Hey everyone, in this Starfield XP Farm, the best one video, I'm going to talk about what is the best way of earning XP in the game. This is the fastest method, and it takes a little bit of setup, but once you've done it, you can rinse and repeat infinitely and level up very, very fast. What it involves is we're going to create an outpost here and use it to create items on a workbench. But what I'm going to show you here is the location of this particular outpost, what I've set up, and also what I've done to my frontier ship here, which is now this massive beast here, to make the process as swift and efficient as possible. Even better, with the adaptive frames that we're going to build, they're also worth a little bit of money, so I'll show you where you can take these and sell them, and you'll get 3 credits for each one that you create as well. So let's go and show you how this works. So what we've got here is an industrial workbench, and you may or may not know that when you go to here, if you've got the right resources, you can craft something, and each time you craft one, you will get 1 XP. So you can see just above my head, I've got just a little bit of aluminium and iron there. And what I can do here is if I craft one, check it out, so I just craft one, I get 1 XP. Now if I craft again and use that left stick to up that quantity all the way to 99, you never guess what I'm going to get. You got it, 99 XP. So the way this XP farm works is you basically want an outpost where you can be farming lots of aluminium and iron. I'm going to show you where that is in a minute. And then you also want to have a workbench on your ship, and I'll explain why in a moment. And then you'll be able to do this, or you're also going to need a bed to sleep on there. And then you can just rinse and repeat this once everything is set up and just get as much XP as you want. There is also an option to sell all of these as well. Each one of those that you make is worth 3 XP. And the reason why you want to be on your ship is your character can carry a ridiculous amount of weight. And having him on the ship means he's not going to have to run too far. So even if he gets that little bit tired, we're all right. So let's have a little look at the setup of this and explain how this all works. So here's my outpost, and I'll explain what's going on here. So if we hit the survey button, that's just left button for me, and then outpost down the bottom X. And then I'm going to toggle the view with the screens button down the bottom there, bottom right. So this shows the whole area here. If I just come out of the modify mode and I'll explain what we've got here. So the important things are we've got power being generated with solar arrays, so you're going to need to build those. You're also going to need to find an area where you can generate some, here we go, aluminium. So I've got some aluminium extractors there. Those aluminium extractors are linked to some storage solid. And then they go out to this, which is a transfer container. Now the transfer container means that you can have easy access of the materials to the landing pad when you're in your ship, which I will show you in a minute. The other one we've got is the other side, and this is why it's nice to have everything all in one place, is over here. I've got a couple of iron extractors, and same sort of principle here. They are linked over to some containers, and they are linked over to this. So I can see those 2 resources. You can see there's 2 red lines coming into here. All you do is you go over to the container that you want to go from the storage here, and down the bottom there you see it says create output link, and then you link one to the other. So now that's all talking to each other. That means I can access it directly in the ship. Now you're probably wondering what's the sort of resources and stuff that we need here. I'll quickly show you those. So you can see if we go here. So that's what you would need for an aluminium extractor on the top left. And then an iron extractor is there. And what you want to do is get your shopping list before you come to this area, and so you can get all of this stuff ready. There's a solar array. The other way you can work is with a fuel generator and then use helium extractors to power those generators. So there's that one as well. And then if we look at the other things, we've got the transfer container, which is that little thing to the right there. That's really important. And then we've got on the, where is it? I need to move to the left so we can see, so I can see, because it's hidden behind my head. We'll come across to here, and where is it? There we go. Landing pad with ship builder. You're going to need a substantial ship, which I will explain as well in a moment, for a couple of reasons. And so that's all the bits that you need really on the sort of place that you are. And yeah, what you're looking for when you come to the actual planet, you can see quite nicely over there, is differing colors, and then hopefully you will find, in this case we found the aluminium over there and the iron over there, I think, or the other way around, I can't remember. No, sorry, the iron that way and the aluminium that way. So you typically find that by mountain ranges. So if we look on the star map and then look at the resources here, that's where I landed. And then I just scanned around on the mountains until I found all the resources with the outpost. And to scan that quickly, I've got another video showing how you do that if you're struggling to find a place which has got all the resources in it. So for this to work, you're also going to need to upgrade your ship. This is the Frontier, and you can see I've made it much wider to accommodate for this process. And the place you want to go for this is Aquila City, which I will show you just on the star map where that is. It's in the Cheyenne system, which you may well have gone to already, but just in case you haven't, if we go back here, there's Alpha Centauri, and then you can fly to here, to the Narian system, which is where that planet was, sorry, the moon that we've got the aluminium and the iron on anyway, and then over to the Cheyenne system. Then when you're inside here, if we just zoom in, we've gone over to this planet here, which is Aquila. And then once you're there, you can land on the base, the city, Aquila City, and then run forward from here. And the reason why we've had to come here is the type of habitat you require is only sold in a couple of places, and this is one of them. So you want to go and see this dude in here. It's very dark in here, the ship services technician. I'd like to view and modify my ships. And you can see this is my ship design here. If I go into the ship builder, I'll explain what I did. So I've added a Hope Tech workshop there. I've also got an infirmary this side. Now this one you don't really need. This gives the pharmaceutical lab and I think a couple of other bits as well. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what. But more importantly is the Hope Tech workshop. So what this gives is the crafting tables that we need. Underneath there I've also got an all-in-one berth, which is important for the bed because you need to sleep on your ship while you're doing this as well. So if you're not too sure about how this all works, how you add all these things, I'll just show you. When you're in this mode, you move away from here, and down the bottom there you see it says add. And the thing that totally threw me here was if you go to the, if we use the right button here to go all the way through, the Habs area is that when I was looking through, I was like, where's this workshop? And it's just above my head there. Can you see them little bars? There's lots of little bars, and they're variants of the same thing. The same basic design, but switched to a different look. So if you hit next variant just below me there, you see it's right on the D-pad for me. I think it'll be the arrow keys on the PC. And as we go through, we got the armory, we got the captain's quarters, computer core, control station, infirmary. That's what I've got to the left of the screen. So I put one of those in, and I've got the workshop here, which is going to the right of the screen. And that's what I put in. So you just accept that with A, and then you can plug it in on the ship. So with the original Frontier, I moved these boosters off and then added this one here. I then put a 1x1 at the back here just to balance it out a little bit, duplicated those to the other side, and then it moaned that I needed some additional landing struts, so I put a couple here. Actually, I forgot to delete one. I can get rid of that one with my design here. And if you mess it up, you don't spend the credits until you've finished here, so I'll just delete that one, and I'll delete this because I don't need it now, so I'll delete that as well. If you need more help with that, I've got a more detailed video on it, but you can see that ship is now nominal and that works. And I can hit the flight check, or I can just X out. So I don't know, sure. Oh yeah, I get 103 credits because I got rid of a strat that I don't need. So we'll just X out here, confirm modification, job done. One of the things you can currently do in the game is you can you can carry as much as you want, but you get severely impaired with the oxygen usage of your character. So although you can carry like 3 billion tons of stuff, you have to run mighty slowly, and you'll start losing health after a while. Check it out. So the way this principle works is as this. So once we've got everything connected, we just simply do a little sleep in our cot, and then you can come over to your cargo hold here, and what you should find on a regular basis, and the process will be quicker the more extractors you've got. But if we go to the transfer area here, and then down the bottom inventory, I'll just move me back to top right, inventory, and then again, so I'm hitting the LB button or whatever button it shows there. This shows the resources I've got available in Andrathon Outpost 1. So I've got aluminium and iron. So I simply take all of these, so I just hit the A button or whatever button it shows down the bottom, and then store all as the same here. And it doesn't matter whether you've not got enough inventory in the ship, because my character is just ridiculously strong and he just takes this in his stride. So you can see though, as soon as we do a little short run there, I run out of oxygen, but it doesn't matter because we're doing this real short travel. We then go over to this area here, the industrial workbench, and we repeat the process that we did before. So we will craft and we do the 99 and happy days, all is good. So you just rinse and repeat this. So we'll do that one, and then I'll just show you the process of sleeping, just to show you things automatically generate once everything is set up nicely. So you can see here. So I'm making more aluminium and iron at the minute, and that'll be because I've got more aluminium extractors at the moment. So I would just add more of those over time, and then this process will just get more and more quick. So we do that, and then we come over here and we have a little sleepy, and you can, the more time you sleep, the longer, the more stuff's going to be produced. But I'll just do a short sleep here just to keep the video short, but you'll see that some more materials will have been produced in that short period of time that we've got there. And we'll go over here. It's a nice bug there. I don't know why that's floating in the air. We go to the transfer and we look at here and Andrathon, and you can see, look, check it out, in those 4 hours we've got all of this aluminium and iron all ready for us to transfer and repeat the process. So you just keep doing that. And then the other thing, of course, is you've got a lot of stuff here you can sell. Each one of those is worth 3 credits, but we've got to get somewhere to sell it all. So if you, and this is again a good reason to be on your ship, if you go to the star map and then fly out, probably to Jemison, because there's lots of vendors there. But to save you running around, what you can do is use the same rest command in a certain area. So if we go to Alpha Centauri and we zoom in and we go to Jemison, and then look on here, and if you go to this area and then just go straight to the commercial district, if you've been here before, you should be able to just fast travel here, I think. So yeah, so I've selected it with A, which I think is E on the PC, and then X to land, so that would be R, I think, on the PC. And then it just fast travels me straight to the commercial district with all my stuff. So most of my stuff is on my poor character, 4 billion, trillion, squillion, of these aluminium sort of assemblies, or these assembly bits that we've got. So now we're going to jog up to UC distribution to sell this. Now you can see that my oxygen is running real low there, so I may need to rest as we do this. So we talk to her and then see what you have for sale, and then flick down the bottom LB, bottom right, until we go sell, and then we can sell from my inventory. So if we go to all the way down the bottom to resources, and you see I've got just 884 adaptive frames here. So we sell these here. So we hit A to do this. How many do I want to sell? This is fine because that's only going to cost 2,652, so that's fine. So we'll confirm that, that's fine. I can also do the same from the ship inventory if I've got any. So I'll have a little look here. Resources, I've got 40 there. I'll sell those as well. So you're not going to make masses, but of course the bigger you make that outpost, the more stuff you're going to generate, the more experience you're going to get, and the more money you're going to get for this. And there you go. That's the Starfield XP Farm, the best one video done. I hope that was useful to you. If it was, give us a thumbs up, please. That's much appreciated. Any comments welcome. If you've got any questions about how I set up any of these things, do let me know. I've got other videos that will help with this if you're stuck on any of the parts that I show, such as how to set up this outpost, how to find it, how to adapt your ship so you can have all of those quarters on there like the workshop. And so if you need help with those, have a little look at the tutorial playlist that I put at the end of here. If you liked this, a little comment would be much appreciated to help others know that it's a good video as well. And if you like my sort of stuff, have a little look at the rest of my channel. I cover all sorts of games. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe, will you? Thanks so much.